start to move through the region from our west, starting to see some more cloudy skies push through the region. So currently 81 degrees with those cloudy skies, and the satellite radar is showing that system of rain and storms starting to push towards Tallahassee, but right now just seeing some cloud coverage here. For tonight, going to get down to 62 degrees with those mostly cloudy skies, light winds coming on the south from 3 to 5 miles per hour. And then tomorrow, expect rain in the forecast, thunderstorms expected with a high of 75 degrees. So the headlines for the rest of the show: rain, rain, and more rain. But after that, a slight cool down is going to be ahead of that, and then we're going to take a look back at this past year of FSU weather tonight.
It's Wednesday, my dudes. Hello and welcome to FSU Weather Wednesday edition, the final Wednesday show of the year. I'm student meteorologist Evan Thomason.
And I'm student meteorologist Robert Zott here. We've got a beautiful day outside right now, a little bit nice and cooler than it was yesterday, but we are seeing this mugginess come in with this new system that's going to bring us quite a lot of rain.
Absolutely, but before we get into that, actually real quick, just a little bit of a transition of team leaders here on Wednesday we have for you. I am the current Wednesday team leader, but Robert will be the next Wednesday team leader for the next school year from 2021 to 2022. Really proud of all he's accomplished so far, and just looking forward to where you take this to the next step, basically.
Right, thank you, Evan. I mean, I'm incredibly honored to have this opportunity. I think we've got a great team coming up next year, and I've been honored to see what all of you guys have done for us as a community this year, and I'm just incredibly honored to be able to make some impact on this community myself next year.
Of course, so this is tradition, man. I have my own clipboard and paper that I use every single day that has a cheat sheet for just about anything you really need, basically. So I'm going to quickly leave right here and quickly give this on over to you, man.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. No problem. Of course, and I hope you have some fun with it and make the most of it.
Yeah, I am now the dictator of FSU Weather on Wednesday edition, so make sure you watch at 6 p.m. every day, not just on my show, but on everybody's show next year. We're going to have a great time next year, and we're going to do a lot of great things. So I hope to see you guys tuning in on YouTube or on cable, however you like to watch us. And you guys have just done a great job this year, and I thank you for giving us a great opportunity here.
Absolutely. I hope we've been able to entertain all of you at home, and looking forward to what the future holds. We always have a future here and at FSU Weather, and we always love to give you the weather nonstop. But for now, we're going to enjoy the rest of our show with Zach on the wall giving us the Southeast.
Yeah, thanks, guys, and thank you, Evan. It's been a great year. Robert, congratulations. I'm looking forward to see what is next for FSU Weather. But speaking of what's next, the Southeast in full view here. Gainesville, you had a pretty nice day today, pretty similar to Tallahassee with a few clouds in the sky, but overall, around the 80s or so. But we head a little bit farther to the north. Atlanta and Blacksburg, Virginia right now, you guys are both sitting at 65 degrees in a very similar picture. Atlanta, it's raining right now. Bowling Green, though, you guys are a little bit chillier farther to north and west. That is where that cool air is setting in. Temperatures really across the southeast right now. You can see the reds there, the 80s, pretty widespread. Tallahassee right now, 81 or so. Thankfully, we've cooled off somewhat, especially from where we were yesterday. 85, though, in Orlando, 84 down towards Tampa, and a little bit cooler as we head off west where we have the influence of some of those showers and thunderstorms. Dew points are going to show the moisture starting to creep in. New Orleans, you guys have had a really soggy day today. 63-degree dew points right now. Tallahassee, thankfully, a little bit drier, but once again, we expect those dew points to increase. Satellite and radar, there is the slug of rain slowly starting to make its way into the Big Bend region. We expect the next hour or so. Could have a few sprinkles here in Tallahassee as we get into the overnight hours. Up here towards the Carolinas, Charlotte, you guys are probably going to see some rainfall as we get into the next couple of hours or so. Roanoke, you guys have been pretty soggy up towards London, Kentucky, also still dealing with this system. Once again, down here towards Tallahassee, we are seeing between here and Panama City that edge of rainfall starting to come in. Thankfully, it is weakening a little bit, and especially much weaker than it was when it was over, between Jackson and New Orleans earlier today. But still seeing a lot of heavy rainfall. So just to the north and east of New Orleans, we got another round right there along the I-59 corridor where it intersects I-10. So continuing with that, flash flood watch, just because we have seen, anywhere from 3 to 5 inches of rainfall for some of these places, and could still see more rainfall. We'll get to that in just a second. Next 48 hours, there's that next line of storms from New Orleans to Tallahassee by this time tomorrow night. Stormy pretty much all along the Gulf Coast. Shreveport over towards Jackson. There we go into Friday. Yet another round of heavy rain pretty much for all the same places. Storm outlook today could see the severe weather, however, staying away from the Tallahassee area, thankfully, mostly over towards Houston and New Orleans area. A marginal risk right now right along the coast for tomorrow, especially over towards the Houston area. And once again, another 1 to maybe 3 inches of rainfall and occasionally a little bit more there, where you see the red shadings over the next couple of days as far as those rainfall totals. Tonight's forecast, generally pretty nice, but getting cooler as you head towards the north and the east. Little Rock, you're going to be chilly tonight at 49. And tomorrow, overall pretty nice if you can stay away from the thunderstorms. 70s pretty much across the board except for South Florida, where we're going to stay high and dry in the 80s. All right, Melissa's going to have a look now at our first local forecast.
So right as Zach was saying, it is another hot day. We didn't quite reach our record high like we did yesterday, but it still was quite hot outside. See that cloud cover over Doak Campbell Stadium right now, where it's currently 81 degrees and cloudy with a little bit of a breeze coming through. But seeing those warm temperatures yet again today. Over the next 24 hours, you can see the cloud cover is going to be moving in, and behind it, those rain showers are coming in. We will be seeing that over the next few days, and it's going to be persisting throughout most of the week. See that low pressure system is bringing that rainfall towards the Tallahassee area, where we'll expect to see that rain probably by the end of the day tomorrow. You see the moving in towards Tallahassee, and cloud cover is increasing. Right now it's 81 in Tallahassee, 78 in Apalachicola, where that sea breeze is cooling things off by the coast a little bit. 79 in Thomasville. So again, another warm day. Thankfully not as hot as we saw yesterday, where our high was 92, but again, it was really warm. Our dew points are still helping us out a little bit. 52 in Tallahassee, a bit more humid around the coast due to that sea breeze right now. 69 in Perry, 63 in Apalachicola. So we are seeing a little bit drier conditions in Tallahassee, which helps that hot conditions, makes it a little bit more tolerable. For our wind speeds, 8 miles an hour coming through Tallahassee right now, 9 through St. Mark, and 6 through Apalachicola, 14 up in Donaldsville. So we are seeing those wind speeds beginning to increase as that storm system is making its way closer to Tallahassee. Over the next 24 hours, you can see that cloud cover will be increasing, and we will begin to get those scattered showers coming through as that rain is making its way closer to Tallahassee. See that rain building, and by 6 p.m. on Thursday, it will have moved past us. We'll still have some cloud cover and rainfall to watch out for. For tomorrow's storm outlook, Tallahassee will be in a marginal risk, which is a level 1 risk, but still has potential for hail, tornadoes, and strong winds. Just not too bad compared to what it could be for a slight or enhanced risk, but it is something to look out for. If you're planning on making plans outside, just be aware of whatever storms are coming into your area. Over the next 3 days, 75 degrees on Thursday, 73 on Friday, and 74 on Saturday. So we will be seeing slightly cooler temperatures as that storm pushes its way through. But with it, that rainfall is going to be coming through as well. Might be a little bit clearer on Friday, so if you're planning on going out, that might be the day to do it. And we'll get down to the 50s at night. For the week ahead, we're looking at highs in the 70s, so it will be cooling off to nice, comfortable conditions. Unfortunately, it will be raining for most of the week. 80% tomorrow, 20% on Friday, 80% on Saturday, 50% on Sunday, and then hopefully it'll get back to sunny conditions on Wednesday. So I'm going to turn things over to Zach and Tyler at the desk.
Thanks, Melissa. A lot of change coming here at FSU Weather as we transition from our old producers and team leaders into the new ones here on the show.
Absolutely, and it's been a year of change and a year of struggle for a lot of us, but we're happy to see FSU Weather continue to grow and evolve, and I'm particularly excited about this new batch of team leaders and the next evolution of FSU Weather. Every year just changes a little bit, gets a little bit better, move into the future.
Yep, absolutely, but we wanted to reminisce with some of the memories we've had this year at FSU Weather. So right here, it may just look like a regular Doak Campbell Stadium cam, but there's actually a spider on the bottom of the camera there right whenever we came back to the studio. already having problems with spiders walking all over our
Yeah,
cameras.
absolutely. And judging by the size of the spider there, it's around the size of Doak Campbell Stadium. That is quite terrifying. I would not want to run into him in real life.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think this happened probably like 10 minutes ago before the show started. I saw Evan and Robert just, I don't even, just
They were
let,
practicing for their, passing the torch ceremony, and they decided to lower the ceiling a little bit. So,
Yeah.
it,
looks like they lost about
Took
half
a
their
little
height
fun.
there. There you are, Zach. I guess the desk disappeared. I'm not really sure what's
yeah,
going
so
on
this
here.
is when we were setting up the double virtual desk for COVID protocol. Of course, as you saw with Evan and Robert, we're not actually sitting beside each other. The computer is stitched together to make it appear that way. So this
Yep.
is some behind the scenes of what that looks like.
We use our superior technology here at FSU Weather to create that illusion, but we could not create the illusion here. Or actually, I guess we were. Hayden accidentally wore a green mask onto the show, so kind of faded out. And this wasn't even from this year. This was from last year when I got rained on. And we're just zooming through all the memories
Yeah, we're looking
now.
for what some good memories of last year. This is from yesterday's show. If you guys didn't watch, Tuesday's show this year has been excellent. Maddie wasn't able to join us the first semester, but David and Maddie worked together really well to bring the Tuesday show some new life, and it was really exciting. Well done.
Yep, and here's Evan once again forgetting that we have a green screen, so starting to fade through his shirt there on the screen. The number one rule at FSU Weather is be sure not to wear any green shirts underneath the
Yeah,
suit.
it looks like a little vest or something. That's actually a piece of printer paper that he's put underneath the suit to make it not bleed through. So
I think this is the first day we came back to FSU Weather, just checking things out on the green screen there. But unfortunately, that's all the time we have to go through the memories there. We're going to send things off to the wall with David now.
Yes, thank you, Zach and Tyler. Yes, definitely some great memories here at FSU Weather. It was great being a team leader for the Tuesday show, and it's sad to have to pass it on, but we're passing it off to really good hands, to Riley, who will be the Tuesday show leader. We're going to take a look at the nation now. Cold weather, if you like it, Bismarck, North Dakota, Minneapolis, Minnesota. That's where you'll find your cold air. And as you go down in the southeast, you can see where the sort of frontal zone is set up here, where you have your colder temperatures to the north and your warmer, muggier temperatures to the south here. In Memphis, you can see 65 degrees currently, Atlanta 66, and a warm spot down here in San Antonio at 86 degrees. And those dew points show actually where that frontal system is too. You have your drier air up here in the northwest. Really cool temperatures up there still. Winter is wanting to stay, but it's eventually be pushed out. And then if you come down here and to the southeast, you have your muggies. You have a low pressure system right here, sort of pumping in that moisture from the Gulf of Mexico, and really firing up some storms here along a stationary front that is lined up along the Gulf Coast states currently, and that's going to affect a low pressure system that's moving across that is going to affect our weather tomorrow here in Tallahassee, and as always, southern Florida with 63-degree dew point. Always seems to be muggy down there closer to the tropics. As far as the winds go, you see where that low pressure system is. You have a counterclockwise spin here. Eastern Texas, this is where the low is currently situated. Some higher winds up here associated with a upper level surface feature of an upper level low over Great Lakes. It's actually cut off from the jet stream. It's kind of meandering up there around the Great Lakes. And out west, we have a strong onshore flow, keeping you on the cool side because you have that cool weather, the cooler waters of the eastern Pacific there. And here's where that stationary front is lined up across the southeast here, bringing some showers and storms across. The showers and storms will reach Tallahassee tomorrow, where we'll have a really rainy day on Thursday. And it's just sort of draped up to way up to the northeast and attached to that upper surface feature, which you can really see on here, upper level low over the Great Lakes, and then we have that frontal boundary sort of just draped all over the southeast and pumping all that moisture up out of the Gulf of Mexico. And if we look out here out west, another feature, upper level low here, bringing some, actually some snow to Wyoming, parts of Wyoming where they actually have some winter storm warnings, and here's snow on the radar there over Wyoming. And Midwest, you're pretty much clear except up in the northern part where we have those showers wrapping around that low pressure system. And down here in the southeast, we have that frontal boundary separating cold from warm, and have those showers and storms that are moving along there. And we have the stationary front with the low pressure system forming here near Louisiana, and it's going to push across the Panhandle, and that's where we'll have our rainy day. And one more look at the southwest, This is where it's really clear out here, high pressure in control, and there's actually fire weather warnings out here, parts of New Mexico and Arizona. And down here, we have a severe thunderstorm watch, and we also have flood watches in place. As far as the storm outlook goes, there's a general marginal risk across the southeast. Tonight's lows are going to be in the mid-50s if you're in the south, upper 60s if you're in South Florida, and that colder weather stays to the north. I'm going to hand things now off to Robert, who's going to take a look at our local weather again.
Right, exactly. As you can see, it's going to be fairly nice around much of the nation tomorrow, 70s and 60s for us. But that is going to be locally not as nice as you would think because it is going to be fairly rainy. Looking at our almanac for today, highs and lows a little closer to average than they were yesterday, but we are still significantly warmer, almost 10 degrees on that high temperature, excuse me. There you can see that record not approaching that 92 or 38. So a really kind of nice-ish day, but those muggier temperatures are making it a little bit on the wetter side. Looking at the satellite and radar, we can see why it's getting so muggy, as I was saying. This storm system is going to make its way down the I-10 corridor and towards Tallahassee, giving us a lot of rain over the next few days, as you'll see in our 7-day in just a few minutes, showing us that we're going to have quite a bit of rain here. And you can really see the extent of the storm system going all the way back to South Texas and areas in the area around Brownsville, Corpus Christi, going into the Gulf area, Houston, coming through New Orleans, and actually prompting a severe thunderstorm watch. And they might see a few severe storms tonight. But here, not going to be really the case. Just seeing some nice temperatures for tonight and a few clouds and maybe a thunderstorm or two. Nothing on the severe side. Maybe some 70s. I mean, getting a little cooler as you get closer to the Gulf Coast. Maybe a little warmer in the Tallahassee and Thomasville areas in your 70s and 80s, but not bad compared to yesterday. Wind speeds, however, are definitely on the higher side. 15 in Quincy, 13 in Thomasville. Of course, a little bit, maybe a little more calm as you get closer to the Gulf Coast. Seeing the next 24 hours, this initial storm system breaks apart just a little bit as it makes its way towards Tallahassee, but it does, of course, it still brings some rain to us, so we're not really going to see that severe element, but it is going to bring us quite a bit of rain over the next 24 hours, going into Thursday, giving us even more rain and dumping about 2 to 3 inches total for the Tallahassee metro area. So tonight's forecast looking fairly nice for us here. Nice in the 60s for most of us, maybe a little warmer towards the Gulf Coast this time. Of course, the water keeps temperatures a little more stable than they are inland. 65 in Carabel, 65 in St. Mark's, maybe a little more 63 in Thomasville and the metro. But tomorrow it's going to be fairly nice for most of us in the 70s, but it's going to be stormy and it's going to create some muggy temperatures, dew points, for us and making those conditions not as nice. Marine forecast 71 and thunderstorms, and so I wouldn't say it's really a good beach day, but as you can see the 7-day here, it's going to be a whole lot of rain here, nice 80s, 20s, 50s on those percent chances of rain, and seeing those 70s for our highs here. So nice in the temperatures, but not so nice on those dew points. What do you think about that, Tyler?
Well, I think that we have some messy weather coming here to Tallahassee. Washington, D.C. also dealing with some rain and storms in their region right now. Mostly just some heavy rainfall there in D.C. and to their south, getting into Charlottesville, Virginia, as well as Harrisonburg, as well as really to their north and east, so fairly contained within this D.C. area. As we move out west, seeing a little bit heavier rainfall there as we start getting into the western parts of Virginia. So for our temperatures in the region, because of all this rain helping cool things down, Washington, D.C. is at 59 degrees right now. Moving down south to Fredericksburg, 61 degrees, and then Charlottesville at 64 right now. And as we move to the east towards Maryland and Delaware, Dover, Delaware, 56 degrees right now, and then Salisbury, Maryland at 57 degrees. And the wind speeds are not too crazy right in Maryland or Virginia right now, with our fastest wind speeds being in Charlottesville, getting winds from the north at about 10 miles per hour. And then D.C., just some slightly breezy conditions with the 4-mile-per-hour winds there. So let's look over the next 24 hours. You're going to see the rain start to move out of the region on Thursday, getting into those early morning hours around 6 a.m. Still going to see some cloud coverage, but most of that rain is going to have moved out, and then going to see some clearing and then clouds coming back in all throughout the day. So you're going to have those partly cloudy skies until you get to 6 p.m. going to start to clear up for DC there. And for today's storm outlook, that's mostly situated to the south. Chance of seeing non-severe thunderstorms there in Charlottesville, Virginia. And let's zoom out now for the rainfall totals. Going to see anywhere between 0 to half an inch of rain in the greens here, and then the blues, in between half an inch to an inch and a half of rain. So over the next 7 days in DC tomorrow, expect about a 30% chance of rain, but it's not going to be raining all day. Once you get into the evening hours, you're going to see those rain chances drop. But your high temperature is going to be 66 degrees, and then getting into Friday and Saturday, things are going to clear up, and temperatures are going to cool down to 61 on Friday. And then as we get through the weekend, going to be pretty nice, but Monday, going to have a 30% chance of rain again before things warm up on Tuesday. But now I'm going to pass things off to Melissa to bring things back home to Florida.
Thanks, Tyler. We saw those really warm conditions yet again here in Florida today. We see 84 in Tampa, 79 in Miami, where that sea breeze is starting to come in, and 81 in Key West, and 81 up in Tallahassee as well. Thankfully, we didn't hit our record today like we did yesterday, though. For our dew point, 64 in Tampa, 63 in Fort Myers, 66 in Key West, 52 up in Tallahassee. So it is a little bit on the humid side, but it could be a lot worse for this time of year. We're only going to see those increasing over the next few weeks. For our satellite radar, most of Florida is pretty clear. Then we come up north more. You see that low pressure system is starting to move its way in, bringing in that cloud cover and rainfall that we'll see over the next few days. Thankfully, South Florida, you're staying pretty clear. There's not much of anything out there right now. You don't see any clouds or any rainfall. Just a really beautiful day out for Miami right now. For our Florida forecast down in Miami, it's 84 degrees tomorrow, going up to 90 by Friday and 92 on Saturday, keeping those sunny conditions. So you're not going to have any clouds to help cool you off at all. Seeing the satellite radar for Central Florida, much of the same thing. No cloud cover or rainfall in that area as well. Seeing a really nice day for Central Florida as well. For Tampa, 80 degrees tomorrow and 80 on Friday, 82 on Saturday. We have some slight chances for rain, but overall going to be staying pretty sunny as well. Taking a look over in Orlando, if you're planning on heading out to Disney over the weekend, you may want to make sure you don't go on Friday. We're looking at 88 on Thursday, 81 on Friday with those storms coming through, and 89 on Saturday. So if you're planning on going to the theme parks, you might want to wait till Saturday when the weather is a little bit nicer out. Just make sure to wear sunscreen because it will be a hot day. Taking a look at our satellite, you can see over in Cross City there are some showers popping up and some clouds are starting to move in. Over to the east is a bit clearer, but that will also begin seeing more cloud cover and rainfall as the day progresses. For Jacksonville, 83 for tomorrow, 70 and 76 on Friday, 74 on Saturday, and that rain is going to be making its way through, cooling down those temperatures and making it a bit more comfortable, but also a bit more dreary out. For our satellite, you can see that rain coming into the Tallahassee area, and cloud cover increasing over the next 24 hours. Over in Pensacola, we're looking at 77 tomorrow, 70 on Friday, and 74 on Saturday with that rain coming through. So temperatures will definitely be cooling off in the next 24 hours. For tonight's forecast, 69 in Fort Myers, 74 in Key West, and 57 in Tallahassee. So we'll be cooling off a little bit. And tomorrow we'll start seeing those cooler temperatures up north. 82 down in Key West, down to 75 in Tallahassee. Now we're going to take a closer look at what Tallahassee has over the next few days with Zach.
Yeah, thanks, Melissa. And like she said, we're going to have some rain showers moving in over the next couple days or so. Clouds have really increased, really from just a couple of hours ago. It was pretty sunny out there and warm. Thankfully, it's cooled off. We're down to 81 now, but those clouds do remain over the entire sky pretty much. Those south-southwesterly winds starting to bring up some of that moisture from the Gulf. 79 right now in Thomasville, 82 in Valdosta. You guys are a little warmer and a little farther away from some of those showers. Quincy, Bainbridge, though, you guys probably going to get another hour or so before those showers start moving in to your neck of the woods. Satellite and radar will show that. Over towards Mariana, it started to rain. Over down towards Panama City. Up in Dothan, you guys tonight, once again, will see some of those showers. Tallahassee, the next hour or two, we should see a few light showers. This has weakened a lot, thankfully, from what it was just a little earlier today. We expand out to the nation. I'm Looking on the other side here, all the interesting weather is pretty much in the south and the east. Multiple rounds of low pressure here along the stationary front, pretty much all along the Gulf Coast. We have another little low north of Atlanta there, really making things messy across much of the Appalachians up towards the D.C. area. Thankfully, things in the center of the part of the country were looking pretty dry. Next 24 hours or so, we get into tomorrow morning, we see the few of those light showers still starting to show up with some of those higher clouds. Showers and thunderstorms really pick up throughout the day tomorrow through some of that daytime heating, anywhere from Perry all the way up towards Bainbridge and parts north of there. Tonight, 62 degrees with those mostly cloudy skies, winds out of the south. We're going to keep bringing up some of that moisture as we get into the day tomorrow. Our day part forecast 63, 73, and then 74. So notice by noon things really stop warming up all that much, and we just really deal with all the thunderstorms in the area. Speaking of thunderstorms, we do have a marginal. That's like a 1 out of 5, level 1 out of 5 risk for severe weather tomorrow. It's not going to be anything super serious, but always can never break your guard completely down with these storms. If you remember the Tallahassee tornado earlier this year, that was a marginal risk. So just because it's only marginal doesn't mean there isn't a risk. It's still there. Rainfall amount anywhere from around an inch, maybe an inch and a half in some localized areas. And the week ahead is going to show multiple opportunities. I'll just step out of the way. Multiple opportunities for rainfall and thunderstorms. If you like the rain, you like the storms. As we move into this weekend, good chance, especially Saturday and Sunday, unfortunately for graduation festivities, looking like an 80% chance of rain on Saturday. Things getting drier and warmer, however, as we move into next week. So with that, Melissa and David are going to take us and look at our close at the show tonight.
Yes, thank you, Zach. It looks like we need our umbrella tomorrow.
That's right. We're looking at, 90% chance of rain tomorrow?
Yeah, my mom's making a trip up from West Palm Beach to see me graduate on Saturday, and so I told her it wasn't going to rain a week ago, but that weather forecast is gone.
It's definitely changed by now. At least the temperatures will be cooling off a little bit, though. We'll see highs in the 70s for the next week.
Absolutely, and like Zach was saying, there is a marginal risk for severe weather for our area tomorrow. I believe the biggest risk is gusty winds and small hail.
That's right. So it is something to look out for. Not a huge threat. Just make sure that you're paying attention to what's going on around you. If you notice there's a storm coming in, just be aware and make sure you're not going to be stuck out in the middle of it.
Absolutely, and it looks like the rain chances go down Friday, but then Saturday, which is graduation day for meteorology, seniors, 80% chance of rain, so it looks like I'll need a umbrella to get to Donald L. Tucker Center.
Yeah, hopefully the rain won't wash you guys out and you can have a good graduation.
Hopefully, and then looks like the rain chances go down a little bit on Sunday, but still the storms are in the forecast. And next week looks a little bit more promising. It looks like the sunshine is trying to return. The temperatures still look on the cool side, though.
Yeah, we definitely have time for that to change, but hopefully we can start seeing some nicer weather, especially compared to this week.
Absolutely. Remember to follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/FSU Weather.
Like us on Facebook at FSU Weather.
And remember to always watch us on YouTube Monday through Friday when we are on at 6 p.m.
And follow us on Instagram at FSU Weather, of course.
And always remember to send those pictures of weathers or pets and weather, because we'd love to show them on our show.
That's right. Whatever cool things you have to see, make sure to share them with us. I'm student meteorologist Melissa Geiger.
I'm student meteorologist David Stoltz. Have a great evening.